Exploring functions in MQL5, a detailed breakdown. Functions are fundamental to coding in MQL5 as they allow for modular, reusable, and efficient logic. In this video, we explore different types of functions, their uses, and how they improve the readability and structure of your trading algorithms. Function syntax. The syntax of a function includes a return type, a name, and a body enclosed in curly braces. The function name is used to call the function, and the body contains the logic to be executed. Explanation. Return type. Int specifies the function returns an integer. Function name. Add numbers identifies the function and is used to call it. Parameters. Integer a and integer b are inputs to the function. Body. The code within the curly braces defines the operations performed by the function. The result of a plus b is returned. This structure allows the logic of adding two numbers to be reused simply by calling add numbers with different arguments. Functions with no return value. Void. Not all functions in MQL5 need to return a value. These are known as void functions. They are used to perform an action or trigger a behavior without needing to return any data. Common use cases include printing messages, logging information, or calculating values. The example function prints a message. Void functions are useful when you need to perform an action, like sending notifications or performing side effects, without requiring the function to produce a return value. They help to keep your code clean and free of unnecessary data management. Functions with multiple parameters. Functions in MQL5 can accept multiple parameters, which makes them more flexible and powerful. You can pass different values to the function, allowing it to perform complex operations with varying inputs. The example demonstrates a function that multiplies two numbers. This functionality is essential when you need to work with dynamic data, as the function can be reused in different scenarios with different inputs, making the code more efficient and modular. Recursive functions. A recursive function calls itself to solve a problem, breaking it down into smaller subproblems. This is particularly useful for problems that can be solved through iteration or repeated calculations. A classic example is calculating a factorial. This is an example of a recursive function used to calculate the factorial of 5. Recursive functions can simplify problems that involve repetitive tasks, but you must ensure they have a base case to stop the recursion and avoid infinite loops. Passing parameters by value or reference. In MQL5, you can pass parameters to functions either by value or by reference, affecting how the function interacts with the data. When a parameter is passed by value, the function works with a copy of the argument, meaning the original value in the caller remains unchanged. Here's an example where we add 10 to a number but don't modify the original variable, ensuring that data outside the function is protected. Passing parameters by reference. When parameters are passed by reference, any changes made to the parameter inside the function affect the original variable outside the function. Here's an example where we modify the original value. The ampersand symbol in MQL5 is used to pass a parameter by reference, meaning the function can directly modify the variable's value in the calling code, rather than working with a copy of it. Built-in functions. MQL5 provides a variety of built-in functions that are ready to use without needing to define them. These functions simplify common tasks, such as performing mathematical operations, sending orders, or getting information from the market. For example, the math square root function calculates the square root of a number. These built-in functions save time by handling common tasks. Event handling functions. In MQL5, event handling functions are used to respond to specific events in the MetaTrader 5 platform automatically. These functions help you manage and execute actions based on real-time data, such as new market ticks or script initialization. Some of the most commonly used event handling functions in MQL5 include OnStart. This function serves as the start event handler and is executed automatically for scripts when they are run. OnInit, triggered after an expert advisor or indicator is initialized, but not for scripts. It handles the init event. OnDynamically, called during deinitialization. This function processes the dynamically event. It must return void and include a const int parameter indicating the reason for deinitialization. OnTick, used in EAs, it responds to new tick events, triggered when the associated chart symbol receives a new tick. On calculate, custom indicators use this function for the calculate event, typically occurring upon receiving new ticks for the symbol. We'll explore event handling functions in greater detail in a dedicated video focused on this essential topic. Function overloading. Function overloading allows you to define multiple functions with the same name but different parameter types or counts. The appropriate function is selected based on the arguments passed during the call. This feature enhances code flexibility and readability. In the example, identical identifiers are used for integer and double functions. This demonstrates how overloading supports versatile function usage tailored to different data types. Conclusion. Functions in MQL5 provide a powerful way to organize your trading algorithms. By mastering various types of functions, such as those with return values, void functions, recursive functions, and event handlers, you can structure your code for better efficiency, readability, and reusability. Functions also allow you to handle input parameters flexibly and utilize MQL5's built-in capabilities. Thanks for watching.